I've learned a lot of things in my life about making money, about business, about what I wish they had taught me in school. I've made a lot of mistakes. And let me save you a decade of your life and just tell you this. There's basically 4 things you have to learn in life: health, wealth, love, and happiness. Now, the one that's the hardest for most people, believe it or not, is wealth, income, not having financial stress. So let me talk about that, because there's 4 things you need to know about creating wealth and financial independence. None of them are taught in school. So listen very closely to what I'm about to say, because I know of no other way or place to learn this like what I'm about to share with you. So just imagine the world's changed faster than at any point in history. The difference between now and 50 years ago is literally night and day. The difference between now and 10 years ago is even night and day. Everything you learned in school is either already obsolete or will be obsolete. So you have to become a learning machine. That's the first and most important thing. You must be able to absorb information faster than everyone around you. And that's a hard message, because people want everything to be fair. They want everything to be free. They want everything to be easy. But that's not the message I have to tell you. I will just tell you this. If you become a learning machine, life will get better. Not overnight. You won't get rich overnight. That rarely happens. But what I will tell you is you will look back on one day and say, the day I decided to become a learning machine was the most important day of my life. Now, it's important that you just not only become a learning machine, but you learn the right thing in the right order. When it comes to your income, first and foremost, understand what the wealthy have been teaching their children for decades, for centuries. And if you're like me, who didn't grow up with rich parents, you were never taught. And that is, wealthy people have more than one stream of income. Warren Buffett, second or third richest person in the world, according to Forbes. If you go on his Wikipedia page, he has over 92 streams of income. So you know what's wrong with modern society? You and I are groomed for one career. You go to school, you're told to go to college, set out on a career, and things will work out. But no, it won't. Most people are in debt. Most people are living paycheck to paycheck. Now, about 6 years ago, I decided I was going to start sharing with the world what my 5 mentors taught me. I had 5 mentors at the key critical point in my life when I was trying to figure out my career. And it made all the difference. They began to teach me what the wealthy have known all along, and I had never learned growing up. So, believe it or not, what I learned when I was 19, when I met my first mentor, Joel Salatin, it's not even totally applicable anymore, because the world's changed. As I told you, every 3, 4, 5 years, what you learn becomes unimportant because the world's moved on to the next big thing. So I want to tell you right now, 2019, almost 2020, almost a brand new decade, what you must know. There's 4 things. 1, you have to know e-commerce. Why? Well, I don't care if you're an employee or an entrepreneur. I don't care if you've got a full-time job, part-time job, or if you want to start a company on the side. Everything's going online. Huge companies like Toys R Us, they didn't believe in e-commerce and they went bankrupt. And it happened over and over and over again. People shop online. Trillions of dollars of products are purchased online. So you have to not just understand e-commerce like basically everybody does, but you must become a master. 1994, a man named Jeff Bezos quit his job. He was making $200,000-$300,000 a year on Wall Street, and he made a bet that e-commerce was the future of the world. And people laughed at him. I remember reading an article in early 2000s where people were like, who is this idiot? Well, guess who laughed last? Richest man in history, Jeff Bezos. So I'm not saying you and I are going to become the richest people in the world, but we better be studying what the richest person in the world masters, e-commerce. So one of the things I've been teaching people for the last 5 or 6 years, me and my business partner, is how to master e-commerce. We've sold over $1 billion through our companies of products using e-com skills that we built over the last decade. Skills that are relevant today, skills that they don't teach in any college. So by the way, Black Friday here is coming up. And the reason I'm mentioning this is that I'm going to take my top 4 products that teach you these 4 topics I'm about to explain. I explained one of them. And I'm going to throw in all my other digital products for one price. Last year, I gave you 4. This year, I'm giving you all of my digital products. So click the link below. I'm going to keep explaining, but if you're ready to go and you know the value, this is worth, you're literally saving like $4,000. Okay? You want to save $4,000? I'm opening it up here for Black Friday. So you've got less than 5 days left. Click the link below. You're going to save over $3,000. And that's real money. It's not me just saying you're saving $3,000. It's legitimately how much you'll pay if you wait and procrastinate and Black Friday, Cyber Monday ends. So first thing you've got to learn is e-commerce. The second thing you must master is social media. People used to laugh when I said that. Oh, social media, that's just, no, forget it. The news, you might have seen it this month. Kylie Jenner sold her makeup company, Kylie Cosmetics. She sold half of it for $600 million. She put $600 million in her pocket, in her bank account. And she still owns half of the company. It was valued at $1.2 billion. She did it because she understood social media. And I'm not saying you have to have as many followers as the Kardashians and you have to, be on social media every day, but you have to know that that's where people are. And if you do e-commerce, you got to have customers, and customers are on social media. So I want to teach you what I've learned as I've built my social media following to over 10 million followers. I'll also show you how you can charge businesses to run their social media and internet marketing for them. So that's the second pillar of wealth. The third thing you have to learn is real estate. If you go to any country in the world, especially United States, Europe, guess what's made people the most wealth? Most millionaires. Real estate. Because like Mark Twain said a long time ago, buy real estate, buy land, because God's not making any more of it. So I remember being out of high school, years go by, and I go, how come they never talked about real estate in school? Like, the point of going to school is to be prepared for your career, prepared for financial independence. Not one subject's taught in high school about how to negotiate deals, about how to find properties, about how to calculate how much you should offer on a piece of property, about how to flip real estate, about how to renovate. So I created a program that I call a real estate mentor. You're going to get access to that, by the way, if you click the link below. That's the third pillar. Fourth pillar is credit and capital. You see, one thing that rich people teach their kids is it takes money to make money, but the money doesn't have to all be your own. You can raise it. Some people who follow me, they raised money on Kickstarter, $25,000, and they launched Movement watches. They're under 30 years old, and a few years later, they sold it for over $100 million. Okay? They didn't have money, but they knew it took money to make money. So you have to understand about how to repair your credit, improve your credit, and get capital from outside sources, whether it's institution, banks, whether it's alternative ways like something like Kickstarter, crowdfunding. There's new things, Reg A, all these things. So I've got a credit and a capital program that's important. So these 4 pillars are the most important things if I could go back in time and teach myself. And it's a tragedy this isn't being taught. I will tell you this. I've had over 200,000 people go through my paid programs. You're not alone if you get in today. And I want you to know that people come up to me on the street every single day and say, I'm actually on a speaking tour right now. I'm overseas in Europe and I'm in Dubai right now. And people come up to me and they say, most important day was when I began to become a learning machine. I began to learn things that were ahead of the curve. And I'm glad that my programs were a part of those. I want to make that available to you. I know you may have seen my programs over the last years and you couldn't afford them. They're not the most expensive. They're not as expensive as college. College in the U.S. is $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a year. You're not even going to spend $1,000 if you get in on this Black Friday offer. But it will close, just like it closed last year. And this one's better than ever because last year people got 4 products, my 4 top educational programs. This year, you're getting all my digital ones. Okay? So click the link below. You have less than 5 days. This can change your life. I've trained over 200,000 people in 90 countries. This doesn't just work in the US. This doesn't just work for men. This doesn't just work for women. It doesn't matter how old you are. People are 18 years old, and literally people are 75 years old. As my mentor Joel Salatin told me, better late than never. You may look back at your life and realize it's a new decade coming up, and this last years weren't the best years of your life. Well, I got this advice for you. Learn from it and move on. The longer you regret, the more time's wasted, and you might regret the next few years. So erase the past as best you can. Learn from it, but move on. Move on. The past is an illusion, you know. The future's not here yet, but the present is real. I've found consistently that people who procrastinate and say, I'll do something tomorrow, never do it. I'll tell you, there should be a whole course about procrastination. I've never launched one, but it's another mindset tool I wish I'd learned. How to overcome procrastination. I'll tell you the simplest one, don't overanalyze things. Colin Powell has this rule, former, head of the U.S. military. He said, the 40-70 rule. Once you're between 40 and 70% sure you should do something, just do it. He said, don't wait till you're 100% because then it's too late. You don't act too soon. If you're only 10% sure you should get in on this Black Friday special, you shouldn't click the link below. Okay? But if you're 40, 50, 60, 70% sure, take action. And that applies, by the way, not just for this special offer, save $3,000, but it applies for everything in life. I do that all the time in business. I just bought a $740 million revenue company called Dress Barn. And I'll tell you, there was a time when I wasn't 100% sure I should buy it. It was a big, big acquisition, one of the biggest deals in business in the U.S., especially in retail in 2019. But I got to about 60, 70% sure, and I said, anything beyond this is procrastination. Take action. So I'll give you the same advice that I gave myself. And I learned now, by the way, not only from Colin Powell, but there was a guy at my house. You may have seen the video recently, Tillman Fertitta. He owns the Houston Rockets. He's on the Forbes list, $5 billion net worth. He owns Golden Nugget casinos. He owns 600 restaurants. He told me, he said, Tai, biggest regrets in my life have been the things that I didn't jump into. He said, sometimes you get burned acting too fast. But when it comes to learning and trying new things, that's rarely the case. So I will tell you this, new decade is almost upon us. I want to prepare you as best I can with the things that I wish I had been prepared. I want to save you a decade. You could learn this through trial and error, but I'm just going to give it to you. You can go through the programs. Once you get inside, you'll see, you click the link below. There's an SSL encrypted credit card page. It's totally secure. You enter your credit card. You'll see different payment options. Use Amex, Visa. We've got 100% money back guarantee. And once you're in, you're going to get access to a password protected website. As quickly as you can log in, and you can begin to learn. You go through the different courses. It's a little bit like listening to Spotify, except instead of listening to music, you're just listening to a lesson. There's video versions, audio versions. You can listen on the way to work. You can listen while you're in the gym. You can listen if you have some spare time on the train or on an airplane. Spend 15, 20 minutes a day educating yourself about your financial future, and you'll never regret it. You'll regret not doing it consistently and not doing enough. You'll never regret actually doing it. Nobody I've ever met said, you know what, Tai? I paid too much attention to learning about how to manage my money. Never heard that before. I've heard the opposite, though. So I hope that you will look back and you will write today's date down, and you'll say it's one of the most important videos, links I ever came across on the internet. Not because it's me. This isn't about my ego. This is legitimately what I wish I had been taught when I was in high school. And I can't go back in time, so I decided I can't change the past, but I can change the present. Right here, I'm giving you this gift. Yes, I charge some money, but that's because we have a staff, we have a team, we have video editors, we give them health insurance, we have customer support to help you. So, this is something I can't offer 100% for free because I have costs. But if you compare this I just met somebody in New York, and she told me she's getting a digital marketing degree. I said, oh, from who? She said, oh, at a college. I think it was Pace University or something. $30,000, she said. I said, $30,000 to get a 4-year degree in digital marketing? I can show you what I've learned. And she said, oh, no, it's $30,000 a year. She's spending $120,000. And I'll tell you this, me and my business partner have spent over $500 million on digital marketing. Her professor, all the professors in New York haven't even spent that much. All the professors in the United States, I'm not saying we're better than those professors. What I'm saying is learn from people who actually did it. For pennies on the dollar, I could charge $120,000 and run my own digital marketing college. But this is faster. This is how I like to learn. Learn it online. It's another cutting edge thing, learning online. So it used to be weird when I talked about it 6-7 years ago, and now everybody's kind of jumped on board. So it's not weird anymore. You click the link, you get your password protected login, you get access to the program, and all I ask, send me an email, tai@tailopez.com if you get a success story. I collect these success stories. Some people collect stamps, some people collect, shoes, seashells, whatever. It's one of the highlights of my business career is to have people just writing in, completely honest testimonials about how things change their life. And I'll be honest, not everybody, goes from rags to riches and becomes a millionaire and things like I've had that before, but I will tell you, it's insane. In fact, one of the programs you're going to get access to, the 67 steps, as part of this Black Friday special. You'll see the first lesson has over 70,000 positive comments. If you went to Amazon and you saw the reviews and there was 1,000 positive reviews, you'd be like, wow, it's probably pretty good. Well, this one has 70,000. You'll see it for yourself. So it's changed lives. Good education, good knowledge that's up to date is the key to transforming your life. I hope this is the most important day of 2019 for you. So good luck. Remember, you snooze or lose. People lost out last year. They came to me after Black Friday going, hey, can I still get in? I said, look, nope. I reward action takers. Be an action taker. I'll see you on the inside. Click the link below.